Hello there everyone, I'm Ian and a warm welcome back to my channel. I've walked across Chat Moss this morning and I'm here at Little Woolden Moss. Let's have a look at what we can find. This is Chat Moss. Well, a small part of it anyway. It covers almost 11 square miles in total, but it hasn't always looked like this. The peat bog here is between 7,000 and 10,000 years old and started to form at the conclusion of the last ice age. The agricultural landscape that dominates the mosslands today took shape in the early 19th century with the construction of drainage channels and ditches that cross the moss to keep the land suitable for farming. The ditches are not the only feature cutting across the moss though. Stretching east to west is one of the great triumphs of British engineering. I do sometimes wonder what the social media of 1826 would have made of George Stephenson's plan to route the world's first intercity railway across an enormous peat bog. Stephenson's solution was to float the railway over the moss. By spreading the load over a wider area, it would prevent the entire line from sinking deep into the bog. It works so well that today's modern railway still traverses the moss over the same wooden raft finished all the way back in 1829. The railway pioneers brought progress and prosperity, but on Chat Moss, the railway also allowed the extraction and transportation of the bog's peat on an industrial scale. Commercial peat extraction was finally halted in 2011, but you don't have to wander far onto the moss to see the deep scars that remain. The Little Woolden Moss area is now under the stewardship of the Lancashire Wildlife Trust as a local nature reserve. With much of the bog now farmland, this is one of the few areas of lowland peatland, or raised bog, left on Chat Moss. It is far from fully recovered, but wildlife is returning, even if I was a little short on luck with sightings when I visited. What I can absolutely vouch for is the magnificent carpet of May cotton grass which I saw across much of the site. East of Little Woolden Moss is 12 Yards Road. This road runs arrow straight for almost 2 miles across the moss, although sadly the paving is not quite as even as the road is straight. It does, however, provide us a direct route to our third and our most obscure destination on Chat Moss. Now, anyone who has ever visited my website or indeed seen any of my social media channels will know that I love a trig point photo. There's only one trig pillar in the entire city of Salford, and it's right here on Barton Moss at a towering 25 metres above sea level. Once upon a time, there was a second pillar at Little Moss, but this was destroyed in the late 50s during construction for what is now the M60 motorway. And with that, I hope you've enjoyed this whistle-stop tour of some of the sights of Chat Moss. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Cheers.